Good evening, Ms. Cashmere. How are you?
I'm good, Dan. How are you?
I'm doing quite well, thank you.
Good, good. How's your vacation?
It was quaint. I took a day off, which was rare for me, but it was nice to have some home time.
Of course, you deserve that.
It looks like we got some people coming in already. Well, good morning, guys. Or good evening, I should say. Wow, it's morning to me still. Hopefully everyone's doing well. Good evening, Phoebe and Casey. Are you there?
Yes, good evening.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm quite wonderful. And thank you for joining us tonight on this little adventure we like to call Career Night.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear what you have to say.
I'm excited to say it.
Great.
If that makes any sense. Well, it's awesome. How about you, Miss Casey? You with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Not bad for a Monday. This is the most Monday Tuesday I've ever had.
Right? Oh,
It's
it is
good, though.
Tuesday.
It is. Tuesday is actually one of my favorite days of the week because I wear a purple shirt every Tuesday.
Nice. I've been off work since Thursday, so I forgot what day it was.
As my girlfriend had the same thing. She took off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, today. So she goes back to work tomorrow.
I go back to 8 o'clock tonight.
Oh, what do you do?
I work with hospice patients.
Okay. So you have a grueling schedule for sure.
Oh, yes.
Well, thank you for what you do. I know that it's not easy.
No, it's not. It has its moments,
Well,
though.
I can imagine rewarding as well, taking care of people and helping them out. So I know I know I've been in that position with some family members, so I know what the stresses that you deal with on a day in, day out basis. So
Oh, yes.
definitely an interesting thing for sure. So good evening, Lynette. How are you? Good evening, Deanna.
Hello, how are you?
I'm wonderful. Still your birthday. It's awesome.
Yeah. Maybe for a couple months, you never know.
You know what? I'm the type of person that leaves my Christmas lights up all year round, so don't judge me.
She's leaving soon, so we'll take them down.
Pack it in one of her bags when she goes, and when you get to the new place, just put them up again at the new place.
There you go.
I think she'll appreciate that, which is going to be fantastic. Well, let's give a couple more minutes for people to, kind of log in. Let me get to know a little bit about you. We'll start at the top of my screen. I've got Miss Lynette there.
Hello, how are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Good. I'm good, thank you. Thank you for having me tonight.
Oh, absolutely. It's your time that I'm taking. I'm just giving it mine, so I
Oh.
appreciate it. Why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself and why you chose real estate?
Because I love houses. I'm always looking online. For years, I've always looked online. There's something to do if I need to fall asleep at night. I'm always looking at houses. And I also like, well, this is kind of irrelevant, but I like looking at houses, and with online stuff, you can see all the houses. But I kind of like thinking, oh, I would knock down this wall. I would paint this wall. I'd put a little mini wall here, or, so I kind of am a nerd and I like houses.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm a certified teacher. Don't think I'll plan to teach. Well, obviously, I didn't sign a contract this year. I'm retired from the reserves, Air Force Reserves. I don't know. It just sounds like, it sounds fun, actually, as well as like a very good business I can throw myself into. And really, I was thinking it'd be like maybe one of the few business formats that really your drive and your effort might really yield whatever you put into it. That kind of thought is what I had for this approach.
Well, it's awesome. Well, thank you for your sacrifice to our nation, for your service there. And I love seeing teachers come to real estate. I think it's one of the best converted, industries to come from to go into teaching. Military background has a great job because if you focus on the fundamentals, the rest of it is pretty easy. All right,
I'm
Deanna, I
pretty
know a little bit
structured.
about you, but oh yeah, structure's huge. I'm very structured. You should see my calendar. It's even got time for me to breathe in there. So
There you go.
we
I
keep
like
it
that.
straightened out. Sometimes I forget. I went a whole week without eating lunch. If you guys can imagine Big Dan not eating lunch, but I didn't
I
put it on my
can,
schedule and I
actually.
just kept booking myself a little too much. So, well, Deanna, why don't you tell me a little bit more about yourself? We already had a chance to talk quite a bit, but still share it helps open up the group.
Sure.
A little bit about
Um,
yourself and why you chose real estate.
My husband and I recently sold a business, last January, and we're used to being self-employed and working a lot of hours. And like you mentioned, I think that you'll get out of it exactly what you put into it. I need to throw myself into something. I need to be able to make a good income like we did before. And I feel like this is a good fit for, it will be for him too, but I just think it would be a lot of fun and much different.
I like the different aspect because I know your life coming from the business you guys ran before 24/7, 365. So now you're just transitioning into real estate where you really get to set the pace to that, and that's the expectation. You get to
I
lay.
still won't do 365. But
You still might.
crazy.
You never know. Like I came from an industry where I worked 15 hours a day, 7 days a week. So I was an automotive sales manager. So that's what I did for
Oh.
days on end. If I wasn't at work, it wasn't going to work. So I had to be there at all times. So when I transitioned into real estate full time, it was hard for me to give up time. And I did it for my family. Yeah.
Oh.
Ms. Phoebe, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and why you chose real estate?
Well, first I have to ask Lynette, did we go to school together?
Yes, ma'am, we sure did.
Oh,
How
so nice to see you.
nice to see you.
So I actually live in Denver, and you won't believe it, but it's actually snowing here. And so my husband and I decided that we wanted to live somewhere warm, and I was just ready for a career change. I'm a little bit like Lynette in that I love houses. I love to look at them. I like to rearrange them in my head and see what the potential is. And I just felt like real estate would be a good move for me since I have such a passion for it, and was ready to make a career change.
Well, that's awesome. I can believe Denver's snowing right now. I lived there for a couple of years. So
There you go. Then you
the
can.
only place on earth that has more tumultuous temperature changes is Tucson is Denver.
Well,
It can be
was
raining
90
in the front yard and sunny in the
91
backyard.
yesterday.
Yep.
Wow.
I remember those days. 100-degree in the May and it snowed the next day.
Yeah, crazy.
Gotta love the mountains. Well, thank you, Phoebe, for joining us. I think it's smart if you have the mindset to be able to move things around in a house and redesign it on the fly, you can really charge up your clients with a vision that some people don't have. I mean, HGTV gives us a lot of insight on how to, tear walls down and change houses around. There's a lot of people that just struggle with the ability to see it before it's completely done. So I think that's a great value that both of you guys could bring. Ms. Casey, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and why you chose real estate?
Hi, my husband and I, we've always been entrepreneurs since we've been married for 12 years now. Like the other lady, my husband and I recently sold a business as well that we had going, and we've got another one going, but I have a friend that's in real estate. Sorry, I'm not a good public speaker. I've
It's
got
a
a
good
friend.
thing we're not in public. This is a private setting.
Right. But a friend of mine, she's in real estate, and she actually just joined Keller Williams as well, but she's been doing real estate for a while. And she helped me.
May I?
Huh?
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. And but anyway, she helped me sell my house back in November, and we turned right around and sold another house. And it was just something that I've wanted to do for a while, and I decided that this would be the route to go and to get away from the healthcare, because it's killing me on nights and everything, and I don't see my kids anymore. So
We don't like that. So we're going to get into one of the big, elements of Keller Williams' family.
mm-hmm.
So may I ask who your friend at Keller Williams is?
Ann Jones.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, she did just come over.
Yeah.
Are you out in Sierra Vista also?
Yes.
Well, very cool. Little bonus for you is we will be out there as a staff on the 22nd, I believe. So
Oh,
2
awesome.
Tuesdays from now, or 3 Tuesdays from now. Yeah, so the 22nd we'll be out there. So if you're in the neighborhood, you can come out and say hi to us all.
Awesome.
We do
Yeah.
rotations in the area, so awesome. And then user, I don't have a name for you, but if you would please introduce yourself and a little bit about yourself, why you chose your state.
Hi, my name's Jackie, and I work in automotive sales right now, and I just felt like real estate was more of a more stable place to work and more of a career.
Awesome. Where do you sell cars at?
Auto imports.
Very cool.
Thank you.
So a lot of your life, I already know. I did it for 15 years at high level. So I was a regional sales trainer. So I want to say thank you all for sharing a little bit. You all got the chance to speak with Kashmir a little bit. The wonderful aide we have, she's an amazing person. So thank you for all that you do for us, Kashmir. And a little bit about myself. My name is Big Dan Caldwell. I am a productivity director for Keller Williams of Southern Arizona. I run our coaching department for all of our Southern Arizona agents. That's pretty much from Red Rock to Rio Rico and a few scattering inch and bits out there. I've got agents in 3 different states, all in production and high levels. I've been doing this since 2010 on and off, full-time for the last couple of years and really dedicating to it. I have been a sales coach and trainer for the better part of the last decade to help people grow their businesses in both automotive sales, retail sales, door sales, and inside sales. So for me, real estate was an easy transition into coaching. It was just the door into where I'm at and I always have been. But real estate was a charge for me when I had my son. He turns 4 in April. But when he was born, I had to put my life in real estate in automotive and real estate really came at a head because I couldn't do both and I couldn't kill myself working the 70-hour work weeks anymore. And I was missing out a lot. I missed a good part of my son's first year because of it. And I decided no more. And that was a big changing point for me. It's a big why I do a lot of the things that I do, including working from home on Wednesdays. It's a very weird thing for when people are like, hey, can I set an appointment with you? I'm like, yeah, great. We can do it through Zoom. I work from home on Wednesdays. It's because I get my son at 6:30 tonight and I have him until Thursday morning. So as much time as I get, I can squeeze out of it. And real estate afforded me that ability to help. And even when I show houses or I'm on listing appointments, I take my son with me. He's become the best closer in the industry. He's the cutest little person. And I've yet to have somebody say no to him. So
Yeah, can we borrow him? Do you rent him
Absolutely.
out?
He is definitely on loan, and his name is Stone. So he is definitely an anchor when it comes to deals like that. And the more we get to know each other, the more you'll get to know him because he's a big part of my life. And Keller Williams is really focused around family and culture. So these career events that we have is really kind of an insight on what Keller Williams is as a global company, as well as an independent body here locally. The bigger we get as a corporation, which actually I shouldn't even say that word corporation because we're privately owned and we never will be corporately owned. The larger we get in scale, the smaller we feel. It's the ability for us to be micro, organized, have really tight-knit relationships with our agents and let our agents be a part of everything that we do. It's never, ever going to be a company that's ran by a board of directors. You're never going to have a company where people are sit up and say, this is how we're going to do it. And this is when we're going to change. It's always built by the agents, for the agents, and with agent support. So with any ado, any questions before we get started, I'll jump into the slides and kind of go over some things. And please, at any point you got questions, you can stop me, raise your hand. If you got your video on, I'll probably check on it or just, interrupt me and we'll catch a point. Okay. I got to claim host real quick so I can share my screen. All right, thumbs up if you can see the slide presentation with the gentleman with the red laptop. Awesome. That was also a litmus test to make sure you guys knew how to put up your thumbs because we're going to use that again. So Keller Williams really is a place where your business is going to thrive. And I say that because when I came to Keller Williams, I had worked with a couple other small brokerages here in Tucson that were not supporting me in the way that my business needed to be supported. And I was able to change the tide of my entire career as well as my future in a short couple of months, just following the routines and tools that I'm about to show some of the agents in my programs. And by doing so, I tripled my business. Not only did I triple my business, I was able to wipe out a massive amount of debt, get myself more financially stable, and start running my real estate job as a real estate business. And it's been one of the biggest changes I've had. Like I said before, Keller Williams is a company that was built for and by the agents. Everything we do is predicated on your success because we want to make sure that our agents are number one. And as the world has both inevitably and unexpectedly accelerated into the digital space, everything for COVID made a lot of this happen, like our Zoom calls we do all the time. We have changed fundamentally from downward pressure on commissions to the uprising of new .com competitors like Realtor.com, Zillow.com, Redfin.com, all these internet-based realty brokerages. We have fought back, and we have seen that digital concern that was in the past is right up on us now. And Keller Williams is doing everything we possibly can to keep the agent in the middle of the transaction. As a Keller Williams, we boldly face and answer all the challenges with one singular focus, and that's how do we sustain the success and collective vision of what we do with every agent in mind. Where'd my mask go? I lost it. So you heard me say something about Keller Williams is big on family. We're going to start with our values, and this is the most important part of this entire piece. Our value is God, family, then business. You know, for you, Jackie, if you were to say you need to take some time off for family, you'd get some pushback on management, wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
Yeah, car businesses, nothing gets sold if you ain't there. And I know that, so it gives you a lot of pushback. We put that first, God, family, then business. We want whatever you believe in it full-heartedly, and let that be your guiding and driving force. Then family. The two most important things are what you believe in and what you live with. And your family is why we do a lot of the things we do, and then business. That being said, if you want to plan a trip every year for a month with your family overseas, put that on your calendar, work around it. We can build your business around that schedule. It's not a dictated 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. There is no such thing as a standard routine in real estate. It's whatever you want to build for your business. Next, we have our mission is to build careers worth having, businesses worth owning, lives worth living, experiences worth giving, and legacies worth leaving. Anyone want to tell me what that means to you? I will call on people.
It seems to
Lynette,
support
what is
a
it?
person's. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It
No, I
seems
was
to
just gonna-
support a
we'll break it down.
person's desire and drive, and really their personal value, I would say. And then also, but shaping into like the business, how a business or how the job you have to do to support your family that you care about, how that all blends together and works. Yeah, perfect.
Right. Well, Casey, let me ask you as a business owner, what's a business worth owning?
Sorry, I was trying to figure out how to unmute. I'm sorry, what was
It's okay.
the question?
So what's a business worth owning?
One that I can enjoy doing. Something that doesn't
Okay.
make me feel like I'm under pressure all the time. Or how am I trying to say it? Like you guys, it's something that values me, not values everybody
Like that.
else.
Yeah. Gotcha. All right, Miss Phoebe, what is a life worth living to you?
That's a loaded question.
They all are.
Let's see, Mexican food. No, I'm kidding. Just, family, friends, relationships. That's what's important to me. Community.
Community, I like that. Okay, great. Now, Deanna, what's an experience worth giving?
Giving the client what they need and also being able to give to yourself too.
That's huge. I saw you practicing your mute skills earlier too, so I knew you were ready.
There's a lot of noise going on in here. They're quiet now.
I appreciate that. And then lastly, the legacy is worth leaving. And you guys have all hit on some great points. A business worth owning is a business that you enjoy, that's profitable. A life worth living is a life on your terms. A life that can be surrounded with Mexican food, can be surrounded with family and friends and community. It's life by design, not by chance. Experiences worth giving, you nailed it. Giving the client what they expect, giving the client top things, but also giving to yourself. If you are just giving and never receiving in the background, is that an experience worth giving? You're giving a great experience, but at what expense? And lastly, for me, is legacies worth leaving. What was that, Miss Deanna?
It's killing you when it's like that.
Exactly. It's soul sucking. We all had a soul sucking 9 to 5. I woke up, didn't want to go to work, absolutely hated it. No, I have gotten away from that industry, thank God. And it rhymes with Chevy. Sorry. And lastly is legacies worth leaving. Like my son has changed my life. I've completely done everything I can to leave my son in the best position, not only financially, but structure and education based as well, so that he will grow up with the fundamental knowledge of real estate, how economics work, as well as every intricate detail of our jobs, so that when he goes on to his career, that maybe he will follow in my footsteps and become a great realtor as well. I can only hope. I just know that the legacy is worth leaving is when you're long gone, what are they still saying about you? Our beliefs, we're gonna run through these, win-win or no deal. Everything we do is win-win or no deal. It cannot be one-sided. Like we talk about, of giving an experience that was one-sided, that's not a win-win situation, that's a win-lose. Everything's gotta be win-win or no deal. Integrity is doing the right thing. Not when people are watching, integrity is doing the right thing at all times. Customers do always come first. And in my line of business, my agents are my customers. To my agents, their clients are their customers. We want them to come first. That doesn't mean that you need to change all your plans to fit your clients, but you need to keep your clients' needs in mind. Commitment in all things. This is one of the most crucial things I believe that's helped me out, is commitment in all things. Not just commitment to real estate, commitment to my family, commitment to my dad life, but it's also commitment in my health, my education, commitment in my craft, commitment in my skills. It was commitment in all things, and it kind of opened my eyes to what are the small things that I'm overlooking every day that I could change to make my life that much better. And that moved into the next thing, was communication. Seek first to understand. I started asking questions. I started gaining some experience. I talked to others that were doing things better than I was and found where I was lacking. And I came up with some ideas. Creativity, ideas before results. If we're at an impasse and we're stuck on something, I want you to ask the question, what else can I do? What else can be done? What am I not seeing? What questions have I not asked? These are all things that will really help you out in every aspect of your life. Teamwork, together everyone achieves more. It's actually an acronym for team, and that is true. Together everyone achieves more. Keller Williams agents do not run from a mindset of scarcity. We do not think that there's too many agents in the marketplace and not enough business. What we do know is that we generate enough business to supply all that we need. And if we need more, we go generate more. We go find the business. The business doesn't find us. And that's the different mindset when you're in an environment like that. It's going to promote you and propel you further in your career than being surrounded by those that are tight and not going to show you their secrets, going to hide their notebooks when you walk by. We're an open book. Our company is all there to show you everything possible so you can be as successful as you want to be in real estate. You're not going to hurt those that are doing 400 deals a year. By learning their secrets, you're only going to make them better. Trust starts with honesty. Would you want to work for somebody who wouldn't tell you the truth? Right. Would you still be a friend with somebody that blatantly lied to you?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. So Keller Williams is an open book company. We tell everything, we disclose everything. Our financials are closed every month and the books are laid out so everyone can review them. We hide nothing because there is nothing to hide. It's very easy to do the right thing when all the answers are laid out in front of you. So, and success results through people. And that's where you guys come in. You are people. You are the next round of agents in Keller Williams. You are the beginning of the next wave. And it all starts with you. What we invest in our people is incredible because we know that nothing happens unless the agents that work within our firms are highly successful, highly profitable, and living lives worth living, owning businesses worth owning, giving experiences worth giving, and eventually leaving that legacy behind that's worth leaving. Have I lost anyone so far? No, Mike McCain came over to us from another large realty company. So the changes I see in real estate industry are now unlike any other time in my 33-year career. And I decided I want to align myself with the best, the number one. When I say the number one, I'm saying Keller Williams is number one because we are strength in numbers. In 2019 alone, we had 182,000 agents and currently growing. We had 1.13 million transactions between US and Canada for $351 billion in total sales volume. That makes Keller Williams the number one in agent count, the number one in transactions closed, the number one in listings taken, and the number one in gross commissions earned. You know, Ryan Butler, another large team that came over from a competitor, said the vision that we have for our teams is massive, and I don't think there is any place that has the resources or the people that have the similar visions other than Keller Williams. He came over with a team of 7 agents that were doing 40 million in production. The next year did 100, because he was aligned with those that were set up and skillful enough to build. Now, it might be a little out there in the numbers to, you know, understand that at our levels, you know, independent agents, it's not that far off. As human beings, we greatly overestimate what we can accomplish in 1 year and greatly underestimate the abilities we have in 5. So think about what's happened in the last 5 years and what you've gone through, what you've come through, and what you've been able to accomplish. Now let's put that into a micro focus and have somebody there next to you to guide you, coach you, and mentor you into a position of better success. And where could that next 5 years take you? Now, we are the revolution of real estate. We believe technology is inevitable. Its inherent value lies in the everyday. Would you guys think that the world is moving towards or away from more technology?
Towards.
I asked that question as we all sit in different rooms, and some of us different states, different cities, all together, asking the technology question. Technology is definitely something that has been integrated more so than ever in our business. Keller Williams wanted to be the front edge of that. So in doing so, we partnered with Google, we partnered with Facebook, we created a web platform, an agent-based platform where we can run our entire businesses from it so that our agents are kept at the center of the transaction with more real sounding conversations, more authentic interaction, and less automated droning that comes from those texts. You know, who's ever signed up for an email camp, something, get a discount code or something, and you got 100 emails the next month? Didn't read a single one of them. You just kept deleting them. You're like, nope, 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 nope. And then one day, you're like, you know, I do need to go to Bed Bath & Beyond. And then all of a sudden you get an email the next day for a 20% off coupon, and you finally open it and you use that coupon. That's an automated campaign. It's not very realistic. It's not very human. It doesn't have the integration that we have to help communicate with our clients better. As I lose my pointer again. So big thing is technology, most importantly, gives us more time and more money so we can reinvest in our own futures, because you shouldn't have to spend a ton of money on technology. That's why Keller Williams agents get everything that they need. We supply you with a website, we supply you with a mobile app, both branded to you, supply you with a CRM, a client relationship manager that is one of the highest functioning CRMs with full integration that actually communicates with the other 3 parties through an artificial intelligence we call Kelly. And we'll see more of that as time goes on. And it gives your customers an increasingly realistic expectation and communication as they shop and Kelly learns their behaviors. It's kind of creepy to think that, but who's ever been on Amazon, looked at something, didn't buy it, went to Facebook, and there's that toaster sitting there on the right? You ever done that? We do similar things with real estate. You look at a couple houses that fit A, B, and C grade and looking at several things, and all of a sudden the next website you're on, you see a house that would match your search criteria, or you see, you know, some information on some mortgages. We dynamically retarget our clients as well, just the same way, to give you the best chance of recapturing business that once they leave your website or once they leave the Facebook post that you put up, that you have a better engagement backwards them. You guys have all done it. And so I bought my beanbag from Amazon. It popped up on Facebook a week later, reminded me, hey, you wanted to look at this, and I bought it. So introducing the Keller Cloud. This is the Keller ecosystem we talk about. This is going to be command. It's optimizing, managing your business. And with that, it's going to be this really cool little video we'll watch together. If I can figure out what I'm doing with my life in this sharing thing. If you guys can tell right now, I'm not the most tech savvy person, which is good because we have people for that. All right. Thumbs up, you can see it play.
Companies are
Can you hear it?
nothing more than people. People create everything inside an organization. And what's going to make us better in the long term is the way that our people think. Our goal is to tap the way people think and put it to use for everybody.
Keller Williams is going to listen to what their agents want for tech.
To break and rebuild the entire command system, which is what we call the lab process.
Saying, okay, tell us what works, tell us what doesn't.
There were a lot of, can we do this, can we do that? The answer is always going to be yes.
I feel like I designed it.
I really want to show you some updates and products, mostly command.
Our agents can be smarter.
I'm not doing multiple data entry and things aren't falling through the cracks. They're all in one place.
Now we can focus on the relationship with the clients.
I like to call it high tech and high touch.
We're creating the industry's first innovation partnership with all of the agents out there.
I feel like I'm on the cutting edge of my profession.
This is for the agents. This is for the people that are actually doing the work on a daily basis.
They invest in not just the technology, but also in the people in the company.
Command makes my life easy.
So when people say you can't build software, well, actually we can, and we actually are.
I'm a little bit of a nerd, so that gives me a little bit of chill, I'm not gonna lie, because I know what it's done for our company, and I know what it's done for the agents involved. It went away and came back, didn't it? Did you guys pick up some of the things that were on that video? You're all shook, just quiet, dead silence, like, it's so scary.
Agents are able to make suggestions. Like
it is 100% agent built. In the 2 years I've been working with Command, it has grown immensely. When they talk about having 84,000 different, elements changed and worked on, that was all voted in. Agents, as they work with it, break it. They're like, you know what? Hey, it'd be a really good idea if we do this. And then enough agents are like, yeah, I've been wanting that. They vote on it. And then our integration department goes, okay, guys, this is what they want. Let's make it work. And how many times have you dealt with software? You're like, this is just stupid. None of this makes sense. It's so clunky. It doesn't work together. Yeah, Deanna's like, yeah, like I've been there. Yeah, it's called Microsoft Edge. So it's kind of like Google, just slower. Exactly. You guys all laugh. Thank you. I appreciate that. But that's the thing is, Command was designed as an agent platform, not just a CRM. It's designed to help agents run their business. So it's going to keep, and we'll look at a little bit of that. We'll go look at what Command actually looks like, so you can see a little bit of technology. And I'll just take you right into it, if you don't mind. So right on the top of it, you can see the recent leads that have come in. Notepad. Always leave yourself an awesome little message. You're an amazing person. You can see your goals for the year, GCI for the year, gross commission income, database comparison, and this is the cool thing is the product updates in real time. You can see August 17th what's happened. August 24th is the last big updates and stuff. And as things move, they get adjusted and changed. And there's constant live trainings. We have our contacts. Gives us the ability to customize the search criteria.
Dan,
I'm going to search. Yes, ma'am.
Where do you get your leads from?
I personally get leads from everywhere.
Do you cold call?
And I'll show you how to do that.
Do you have
cold calling? Not very often.
Okay.
Yeah, there are 27 different ways that you can lead generate that are kind of formalized in different categories, and I'll teach you how to use every one of them, including Keller Williams is our productivity coaching department, gets leads funneled to us through the brokerage and market center. So we do share our leads with our new agents so that we can get them some pipelines built out. But leads come primarily from 5 different avenues. That's open houses, door knocking, sphere of influence, so people you already know, like, and trust you. Circle prospecting meaning that you have an open house, you sold a house, or there's a house for sale in that neighborhood. That's stretching on the cold calling. And lastly is referrals. If you can be top of mind with enough people, you won't have to do any of the other 4 because you'll just be a referral-based agent. Let me tell you, it's a beautiful life. Because after you do enough, they start coming to you. I know by example and by design. So that's where my business is built from. But it's a great question. Where do you find your leads? Because most real estate agents are like, okay, I'm ready for real estate. Where do I find my leads? What do I do? How do I talk to people? What do I need to say? And that's where we will definitely show you the paths to take, put you with the right running shoes so you can make the most of that trail. And if you haven't realized by now, I talk in acronyms or in analogies a lot. It's an amazing thing. So right away, you can see all the information. It can actually show us what's going on if they're on the website checking things out. It gives us some fishbowl information, checking out neighborhoods, emails that have been sent, all the communication in one place. Plus we know all the information, name, address, phone number, their neighborhood, other neighborhoods of interests, preferred method of contact, home addresses, work addresses, social media stuff, information about them. So at one glance, you're able to look quickly and see who you're talking to. If they're in your database with good enough information, it allows you to follow up with them at a higher level and create better rapport. So you can become that fifth level right there, that referral-based agent where when they think real estate, they think you. And that's all. And if they think you, they think real estate. We want to create that connection. That's one of the toughest things is out of all of them in the class, I'm so used to being in the classroom setting. Name a detergent.
Tide. Jane.
Okay, thumbs up if you actually use Tide. Yeah, so multiple people said Tide and don't use it. It's because it's name brand recognition. You associate detergent with Tide.
Yeah.
The same thing happens with real estate or pretty much any other career. You have, on average, 2 spots in your brain for any position. That means you know 2 electricians, 2 plumbers, 2 lawyers, 2 detergents, 2 cheeses, 2 gas stations you prefer. And then beyond that, your brain's like, well, I don't need to know this information. I'm not going to remember it. Our jobs as real estate agents to become number one, become top of mind. So when they think real estate, they think you. So keep that in mind. You want the key to success in real estate? Write that down. How do I become top of mind? When they think real estate, they think of me. And when they think of me, they think real estate. So our Keller Williams app we talk about was also part of our Keller Cloud solution. It is the client-facing mobile version of our websites. It is designed very much so the exact integration that you'll see from other major players in the real estate searching field. However, it's designed to be branded to you as the agent, so you stay top of mind, your name's on it, and it communicates with your Keller Cloud. So anything that they look at on those apps through their logins, and they select a house, they favorite a house, they look at a listing a couple of times, it will let you know, and you saw that through this tracking here, what they've done on that app so that you can have better conversations with them and said, hey, Casey, it looks like you checked out the house on Main Street a couple of times. What information can I get for you can't see in the photographs? Or you happen to be driving by Main Street one day and you're like, you send a video saying, hey, I was just thinking about you. I think this house would be perfect for you. What are your thoughts? And all of a sudden you're connecting some dots that were not there to connect before. And now what have you done? That you've created an experience worth giving, and you've created a long lasting engagement because now you're thinking beyond the scope of A and B, and you're helping bring in their thought processes too. Because now you're dynamically retargeting, not just online, but you're doing it in person. And last is Connect. It's where we put our learning environment around. Connect is actually our integration for our intranet. Connect is going to give you access to thousands of hours of live training. We can connect with different communities and groups. It's a social platform for some aspect, but you're able to go and find all kinds of information through Connect. Agents share tips, tricks, best secrets, presentations. Not gonna lie, this presentation was gotten from Connect. I just changed some things and made it work. But it's a sharing-based community. And Keller Williams is all about that. So we have tons of these communities out there for your help. So no matter where you are, put yourself in productive learning environment. So if you need something to do when you can't sleep at night, you can do some training, do some education.
I would.
You can watch some TV shows, you can look at some stuff online, or you can help build your business and go to sleep thinking about, fiscal returns and ROIs. So I'm just saying, the abilities are there to do with what you will. currently right now in our Keller Cloud suite, we've got 208 million home searches, and that's through our websites. Conducted, 1.9 million marketing designs created. So we'll talk about the marketing designs through our web right here in the agent platform. You'll see I'll keep dancing back and forth between it. We can skip all the way down, and a lot of things people like, I really want to put some stuff out there, but I don't know what to put. So we actually have a whole design studio where you can create email, social media, print, video, and custom import campaigns that are simple as clicking on a button, taking us right into the design suite. And you can customize one of our thousands of designs that are there professionally designed for you. And you can change photos, you can change the content, the wording, the pictures, the colors, every aspect of it so that you can make high-end looking content without any of the degree background, any of the technology, and it's literally all right here. So I can go these are actually for Zoom backgrounds. They just put those in this week, which is pretty cool. Email signatures, you can customize. You want to catch some buyer stuff, pick up some network snapshots. You want to do a Twitter post, a LinkedIn post. And these are posts that are designed for those platforms. You want to hedge out the competition, learn LinkedIn and use it. Nobody else is using it at a high level. Just saying. Little behind the scenes there for you. You want to promote a sell? All the sales items in here we have, you can customize every bit of it. And they're all right there at your fingertips, and they're constantly being updated, especially seasonally. We do a lot of seasonal stuff, holiday after holiday after holiday. And you can go in there and you can change every aspect of it, including the picture, the logos. You can change design. And it really gives a lot of fun customization, so you can make this your own in your own voice. So where I click done, don't save. We've generated 1.3 million leads. Like I said earlier, we are connected with Google and Facebook. So the same lead generation that is done through Zillow, Realtor.com, Redfin, that same aggregate, we have the exact same portal within our command system lead generator. It's called a lead accelerator, where that same lead generation is done at a fraction of the cost because of our partnership. The fact there's 182,000 of us using this program gives us a little bit more buying power. It's like Costco, right? We just buy the leads in bulk, and you guys get the reap the benefit of it. Earlier, we discussed education being huge for Keller Williams. It's one of our core principles is being learning-based, have a culture of learning. Every month, we do 40 hours of live training per month at our Keller Williams International level. We do 1,200 hours of on-demand training at any given time. That was through our Connect system, as well as over 68 different unique courses to help design from new agents like yourself getting into the business and getting into production, all the way through many, many millions of dollars in transactions in not only just selling real estate, commercial real estate, in investing, and in flips, in development. If it has to do with real estate, we have a course around it. Who likes to do profit and loss statements? Raise your hand. Like, nobody. Shook your head. Everyone just like, nah, those are scary to me. P&Ls, I'm out. We have a class on that. We'll teach you how to make it fun and easy so you can run your business like a business. And the great thing about all of these, they're almost all free to you. I say almost because sometimes they'll bring in regional classes and you have to pay for the regional speaker classes, like $25 to $75, just because it's like a big name speaker. But if the course is taught at the Market Center or Keller Williams through a VIA base like this, no cost. It's amazing. So, and when it comes to supporting team leaders who are building and nurturing their clients, Keller Williams has impressed us with their models, training, education, and their innovative attention to future technologies. And David in the Gunderman group, well, I actually got to meet him at Family Reunion this February. Massively influential agent in Northern California. Massively influential. Him and his partner do upwards of $200 million in transactions. If you think about that in Tucson, that's a lot of homes. That's, a lot of friggin' homes. And he was one of the most genuine, down-to-earth guys I've ever had a chance to talk to and meet and learn from. And he said that coming to Keller Williams was so eye-opening that in the first year he was here, he doubled his business. And he did so with less effort. He did so with less manpower, because they were doing so many things inefficiently. And he's like, I've been in big companies, I've been surrounded by the best, and I never knew that we weren't doing things the way that we were supposed to do them. I was like, that's pretty cool. And that was like, and I asked him, I was like, what's one piece of advice you'd give a newer agent? Because I deal with new agents all the time. And he just looked at me, he smiled, and he goes, answer your phone. I was like, good point. That's a real good point. So I share that with you. One of the big shared successes with our company is that Gary Keller created what we call the ALC, the Associate Leadership Council. Earlier, we talked about how we're not a corporate company, will never be dictated by a board of directors. That's because the agents hold that position. Our top 20% of agents are actually invited to be a part of our ALC. And they sit on different committee boards. That's health, safety, growth, career development, culture, and technology. These different committees oversee those different aspects of our business, and the agents are able to bring the voice of the crowd into the main and vote upon issues. Like, let's say, hey, we need to buy new computers for the market center. Management can't make that decision. We have to bring it to the ALC and say, hey guys, we'd like to buy more software. We'd like to do this, this, and that. And then they take it to the agents, they discuss the issues, we talk about it, and it's voted in. Every market center has an ALC, every region has an ALC, and our company actually has what they call the IALC, is the International Associate Leadership Council, so that they are able to, help bring in change that is for the agents. And it's never going to be change made by somebody sitting at the top of a business tower making decisions at 1,000-foot level. It's going to be those that are in the trenches doing the work, that have a direct line on what they're doing and how it's going to affect their life, so they have a say in doing so. It's one way that we give back. A second way we give back in that same is that Gary said, if you're going to help me build my company, I'm going to help build your pocket. And revenue sharing was kind of a thing that came in, was changed over to profit sharing in 1986. And profit sharing was that anyone that was introduced to a Keller Williams recruiter and brought into the company had the opportunity of naming you as a sponsor. Like you said, hey, I think you'd be a great fit. I love your style. It's been awesome working together. You should talk to Big Dan. I think you'd be a great agent. And they come in, they name you as a sponsor. You share in that agent's profit for the term that they're in business with us. And after 7 years and 1 day, you become vested. And that money comes to you month in, month out, as long as the agents in your downline are in production. You don't have to recruit. You don't have to do anything other than make an introduction. And to date, we've given over $1.4 billion in profits back to the agents that have helped us build our company. Not a bad thing. For scale, I'm going to point this out. For scale, there are agents in our company that make $84,000 a month in profit share. Do you know what that equates to?
Good money.
$1 million a year. You're right, Phoebe. It's damn good money. $1 million a year. Actually, she makes 1.6 now. And she's talking on one of our classes coming up in 2 weeks. So you want to be a part of that, I'll send emails to you. You guys will get them. As long as Kashmir's got your email for me. But yeah, just think about that. She started the company as, a typical agent, $500,000 in debt, bar owner, and now makes over $4 million a year in passive income.
Wow.
Not a bad swing. Not a bad swing in life. So I don't know about you guys, but I could definitely deal with an $84,000 check being dropped off every month by the magic stork monsters. I have an account set up at USAA that I don't ever access. That's just constantly growing every month because my profit share hits it every month. And when Stone goes to college, guess what? I'm not worried about it. It's going to be paid for. I don't exactly know when that's going to happen or how, but I believe in the next 15 years, I'm going to figure it out. And I'm going to get his college paid for by my profit share money. If he doesn't want to go to college, he's going to have one hell of a party. Hopefully he's like his dad and buy something with it that will actually make him some money instead of having one big ass party like I did. So Keller Williams believes that agents are the stakeholders in the success of the market center and therefore should share in the decision making. Together, they, the top agents in the office leadership, jointly make office decisions relating to the financial planning, recruiting and retention, marketing and advertising, training and technology, social events, and philanthropic giving. If you guys want to read that article, it is fantastic. Stanford University's How Important is Culture. It's a deep dive into what Keller Williams is. And someone asked me last week, actually, what are the top 3 reasons to join Keller Williams? And I just said culture, culture, culture. And it's very easy to say that because we have a culture of giving. We have a culture of learning. We have a culture of growth. We're always giving back to our agents. We're always learning how to be a better company, and we always want to make our agents grow. So that's one of the biggest and best things. And then on top of that, we're going to help you expand your reach. Keller Williams is a global company, so the ability for you to earn money and build a bigger business beyond your city boundaries or beyond your normal scope is going to be fantastic. You know, like those of us that have friends in other cities, like Phoebe, you're in Denver. You're going to have friends in Denver when you move to Tucson. They're going to probably want to come back and forth and go all over the place. You'll be able to help line them up with another Keller Williams agent and take home a piece of that commission. With all you got to do is make a phone call. I've had 48 referrals last year. That's 48 referrals with people that were moving out of town that called me up and said, hey, Big D, I'm looking for a house in Tennessee. Who do you got? Can you help me out? Hey, I'm looking to buy a house in Texas. Can you help me? Absolutely. What area? What location? And it was as simple as going into Command, again, all on our agent platforms. I click on referrals. I can go to the map. And I can go find an agent anywhere. So let's go to Denver. This will tell me all the transactions that have been gone with a Keller Williams agent. So let's say, hey, I need a house that was real close to where I used to live, right in Capitol Hill. These are all the properties that Keller Williams has sold in that area, and it's going to give me the top agents. And all I got to do is click on them, get their phone number. It tells me how many units they've closed in this exact area, how many units they've closed this year, listings and buyers, total production and average deal size.
Very cool.
Right away, you get a great insight on who you're dealing with and who you're sending your clients to. And you call them up and say, hey, Chris, it's Big Dan at Keller Williams, Southern Arizona. I've got a client looking for a house in the area that you service. Are you my guy? And they're like, hell yeah, I'm your guy. What do you got? And 25%. His average sales price is $581,000. If you're getting 3% commission, 25% of that's a good chunk of change. Just saying. You know, $4,500 is not a bad thing. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I love that. Phoebe was like, that's cool. So our technology, the stuff I show you in the technology is just such a small bit of it when it has 2,900 different, different elements you can use. So I really wanted to have a place where I could build a legacy for my family and a platform I could really grow with my team. Christina Griffin, I haven't had a chance to talk with her yet, but she's actually one of the speakers here at our mega camp that's coming up here in 2 weeks that we have additional tickets to if you would be interested. And it's impactful to learn the people that come to our company from our competitors and what they've been able to accomplish in the short time they've been with us. It's not because they are smarter by coming to Keller Williams. It's because they're surrounded by those that are doing it at a higher level and doing it right, but they're able to take their innate abilities, their entrepreneurial skills, apply them a little bit more focused manner, and do things with purpose to gain acceleration. If you're going to run 5 miles an hour, we'll just show you which hill runs down so you can run down it 5 miles an hour faster. Or we'll show you the road that's shorter, or we'll show you the terrain that you don't have to break your feet on. So that's what it's all about is working together in that team environment. Because at a glance, Keller Williams is trying to disrupt real estate. We're trying to keep you in the middle of the transaction. We're trying to be agent first, innovative, disruptive. We're dedicating to provide you the tools and expertise you need to grow your business today and many, many years into the future. Because it doesn't just end with our hello. It ends when you decide to hang up the reins and pass on your business to your legacy. So I want to say thank you so much, guys, for spending some time with me. I would love to meet with you all, one-on-one if you'd like to come to Market Center and stuff. If you're making your decisions about which brokerage to go to, I really hope you weigh in some interest in Keller Williams. I'd be more than happy to welcome you home.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dan.
Yeah, appreciate it, Big Dan. Nice to meet you.
As well. if you guys have any questions, now's the time.
I have a couple questions probably.
Yeah, let's go.
How do we go?
I'm going to take this down. All right.
To have an interview and actually be able to talk one-on-one and really discourse like all the things we're looking for and what we want to do with you, that kind of thing. How do we go about the next step then?
Well, we'll get with Miss Kashmir. Hey, Kashmir, are you with us still?
Yes, I am, Dan.
All right. Can we take notes and we'll get them on the schedule?
Okay, I will.
Just like that.
Oh, okay.
I hate to say it, but Kashmir runs my entire recruiting schedule, so she keeps me straight and organized. Otherwise, my life would fall apart. I really appreciate her for it. So if you guys would like that, she can reach out to you. We can get that set up so we can have it. We can do it in person at one of my offices. Whatever's closer to the River office, the one that's on our Speedway and Kolb location, or we can do it like this via Zoom, which is just a one-on-one chat. Any way is more convenient for you. And as you guys progress in your real estate careers, if you have questions that come up, please, send me a text message, give me a call. And if you want my cell phone number, I will give it to you right now. So if you need to grab a pen, I can wait.
Also, when you look at Keller Williams in Tucson, so many different agencies come up, or maybe not so many agencies in like actual physical buildings, but maybe their individual websites I see. But would you be helping to identify like where we would be a good fit to like places, or how does that, or would we just be working for, I don't understand really the structure, I guess.
Well, Keller Williams Southern Arizona has 3 market centers, main market centers, and that's the one on River and Campbell, one on Grant and Kolb, and one in Sierra Vista. We have 12 other satellite offices that are our main big teams, the Boatner Group, the Stratton Group, Apex Group, different companies underneath our umbrella that have gotten so big that they have started their own hubs.
Okay.
Yeah, and they've just grown beyond the bounds of our walls. Our market centers are main hubs because we don't subscribe to the Walgreens method. We don't want an office on every corner. We want centralized location so that you can come get all the support you need. And when it says the pairing you with the right place, Lynette, I'm just going to make sure that you are housed in the market center that's closest to your home. So you don't have to drive that far for a paycheck.
Okay.
That's all it is. It's the same leadership, same coaching, same agents. It's just where your check gets delivered.
Got it.
Dan, is there a structured training program? Because I've had a few friends go to different real estate companies here in Tucson, and they say you're just kind of thrown in there and you have to figure things out for yourself. And that's kind of what I'm worried about.
Absolutely not. There is 100% a full structured training course. It's called Ignite for new agents. I'm starting it up again on September 21st. It's 2 Mondays from now. It is a 4-week class that runs Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. in the morning. If you can't make it, we do have them recorded. They are going to be remote based just like this. So it's going to be remote access training. It is going to run you through every bit of real estate from the moment you get your license.
Yeah.
Hey, look at me. I'm a brand new agent. I got the new agent smell through finding, cultivating, nurturing, negotiating, writing contracts, following up contracts to close, and beyond the sale, so that you will have a fundamental overview of every aspect of real estate so that you can actually get started. And during the course, we're going to teach you things to do every day to jumpstart your career. And if you do what you're supposed to do, when you're supposed to do it, and how you're supposed to do it, the likelihood of you coming out of Ignite with a contract is about guaranteed.
Does that cost money, your program?
Just your investment.
Okay.
Of time and dedication.
Okay.
It's one of those 68 courses that's given to you. If I were to put a dollar value on it, it would cost you a few $1,000s just because what I'm going to give you, but I'm not going to charge you for it. I'm just going to ask that you show up and do work.
And that's a 4-week course?
Yes, ma'am.
So would you be advising that we really wouldn't be able to do anything to kind of start for like that 4-week period? Or maybe like what you're saying, the little assignments would be helping us move a little bit.
What we do is we do it from 9 a.m. in the morning till noon because it sets up a habit of in the morning having a time frame. Now, I know that not all agents are able to give that time where they can just completely dedicate that time to real estate for the first month. And if you can, great. If you can't, then you have to find the time and fit it in. But we're going to give you pearls every day. We're going to give you tasks and competencies every day that you can utilize and exercise, so that you're constantly engaging with clients. You're constantly engaging your sphere of influence. You're building your database. You're building your pipelines, if you will, so that you're not just in limbo for 4 weeks and then bam, now you're trained, go do it. As you start, you get them, and the excitement that happens. And Kashmir kind of audited a little bit of the last class. We got 6 agents contracts during Ignite that close out this week. So they've been with us for less than 60 days and have their first paycheck.
Beautiful. Oh.
And that's just part of the plan. And we can do a 2-week course and run it from 9 a.m. to 4 or 5, but then you have no time during the day to go do the things that we're teaching you to do. You have no time to invest in the actual craft that we're helping you build. There's no sense in getting a great recipe and getting all the ingredients and not being able to go home and cook it. Another one of those analogies, sorry.
You do use a lot of analogies.
It's how I was taught. That's how my brain works. Comedy and analogies. I'm a very goofy individual, and I like funny analogies. But great question. So my cell phone number, so you guys can have it, is area code 520-250-5748. Again, that's 520-250-5748. And Kashmir has all your guys' contact information. I'm sure you have hers. If you'd like to put something on the schedule with her, you can either text me and say, hey, Dan, I want to get on the schedule. Let's talk. Or let me know what works for you, and I'll get with Kashmir to move some things around. Or if you want to send me an email, that's easier. My email is very easy. If you can't see it on the screen, it's bigdancaldwell@kw.com. So BIGDANCALDWELL. Don't laugh at me, Deanna. It's tired. I can't spell my own name today. So you guys have been awesome. Thank you for the engagement and the questions. It really does help these things go by when I get some questions at the end, because otherwise I know that I talk too fast and just drown it out everything. But what was one thing that you can take away that was surprising to you about Keller Williams?
That they just want you to enjoy your life and enjoy your work and put family and God first, and not just push you to the edge.
Fresh horses win races. Yeah. I love
Your
it.
vision and mission
stuff.
statement were really good.
When you come to the market center, you guys will see it. It's written on the wall.
Beautiful.
In every market center, in every business place we have, it is written on the wall. And in my desk, when I'm at my desk, it's right here, because my computer's up against the wall. It is right here. I look over it, picture of my son, mission value statement right below it. It's that important to us that we do things a certain way, because I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't let just any agent join my company. I don't just let anybody that can fog a mirror join my firm. I truly have to believe that they're going to be a benefit to not only themselves, but also my organization. Because I want to make sure that they're willing to do the things that they need to do to be successful. And I want to make sure that we're a good match. Because it's not going to service anybody's good if there's a conflict there, and there's always going to be some static or some friction. I don't get that very often, because those people typically weed themselves out quickly in the marketplace. But I just want my agents surrounded by the best of the best. I want greatness. I want amazingness. Just because you do 1 deal a year or 100 deals a year doesn't make you any different than the next person. It's what you bring to the culture, what you bring to the family, that matters to me.
Nice.
Hey, it's Phoebe.
Hey. Thought I'd take that sticker off my thing. Whatever.
Congratulations on your test.
Thanks, Lynette. I appreciate it. Have you taken yours?
No, I plan to take the Hogan test this Friday.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So Phoebe, you already passed your test?
Yes, I did.
Awesome. How many times did it take you?
Just once.
Better than me.
Couldn't believe it.
She flew to Phoenix to take it.
I did.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Very neat.
Yeah, it took me twice. So most most advice I give you on the test is slow down and read. Make sure you know exactly what they're asking you.
It was not a quick morning.
No, did your brain hurt afterwards?
It did. I thought, when is this gonna end?
I tell everyone, take some Advil and some water because your head is gonna
man.
hurt afterwards.
Yeah, I think that is great advice.
So, and this is coming from a guy that doesn't. I think I know what I know when I'm reading tests. I'm like, oh, that's the answer, and I'm like, no, they're asking a completely different thing.
I know,
So,
that's the
slow
trickiest
down
part
and
about
read.
it. Is you think,
So,
oh, I know
it's
that
actually-
answer, and then you think, well, wait a minute, what if they're coming from this angle? Or it was not easy. It was not easy.
So actually what it is, it's fundamental testing. So they're not testing your ability to memorize. They're not testing. Traditional education is memorization and repeating. Repeat it. What they're doing is they're testing your fundamental knowledge of the material so that you know not only the element of, hey, this definition will work here, but in this situation, what is the correct answer? And 3 of the answers are correct if you come from a different avenue.
Yeah.
And it's not like most tests, like what color was George Washington's white horse? Purple, blue, bullfrog, and St. Patty's Day. You're like, none of these are right. 3 of them are right if you do it wrong or if you come at it from a different angle. So having the fundamental understanding of the situation is going to be paramount to your success. And don't be like me and read fast. Take your time. Take notes. All right, my friends. Well, thank you so much for your time. I hope you all have a blessed Tuesday night.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Take care.
Send me a call, send me a text. I'll be here for you.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Good night.
Thank you.
Good night, everyone.
Bye, Miss Kashmir.